Hello there, Site 42 staff. Amber, Light Steve, Junior Researcher HLG, Silent Follower. Sonic, good to see you all in the chat. Thank you for being members. America, Marcus, Brody, and the Ethics Committee. Good to see you, just for being you. Desk, ready and waiting. Here we go. Welcome to a coffee break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you've got your hydration and caffeination beverages at the ready. In case you are new here, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site 42's premier containment specialist and site director. I am here to answer your questions about the SCP Foundation, whether that be questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who do the containing, the various groups of interest that we battle with, as well as various and sundry educational questions. My office hours or your office hours. Or at least right now, while I'm out on a stakeout and I have a little downtime. Now, reminder, while I'm in the field, any donations that come in under $5 are very easy for me to, they slip by because they hide them in a secondary menu on mobile. So if I miss it, I will get to it. Just please have patience and remind me. I will do my best. Speaking of which, Jonathan, thank you for the first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a lava cake on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, I have acquired Budget Bailey Santa. It's a Bailey Santa, but it's just Everclear and iced coffee. So does it turn your bodily fluids into Everclear and iced coffee? Because that sounds even worse than the Baileys, honestly. Creepy texture shirt. I mean, it's green and blue, that's it. Okay, I hope the shirt is giving you the appropriate amount of fear then. As a time check, by the way, this is a 45-minute coffee break. That's a coffee break that's shorter. That's what we're here for. Junior Researcher Sally, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member. Oh, I forgot to do this. And so let's get it out of the way immediately. That way I don't forget again. I wouldn't say I forgot yesterday. I would say that I was quite busy and I just didn't have time to cover everything. But, oh my God, there's more. So, we've got some art from the Discord server. I've got two from Blue Cineris. Blue Cineris blessed us first. This is the one I meant to show you yesterday, but I was too busy. Dear Lord, save us. It is Clown Milk Jesus. Clown Milk Jesus. Congealed clown milk for hair. Ugh. And then to top it off, I meant to show you that yesterday, but then Blue Cineris added this Dr. Sherman's mission in the Catboy dimension, of which it was a long time ago I did that mission in the Catboy dimension, and they will not let me hear the end of it, let me tell you what. Now, at the same time, Desk shared this with me earlier. Junior Researcher Sally. The Sherm Shake. I very much hope that my Sherm Shake does not bring any boys girls or anomalies to the yard. That's all I ask. Oh, wait, here we go. Death Player, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a Eggs Benedict on your way past the commissary. What if something broke containment and fled to another dimension? What would the Foundation do to contain it again? Well, only certain foundations have access to dimensional travel. It's not very common in the Foundation verse, so multiversal things like that, we don't often, I mean, at that point, usually it would just have escaped. Secondarily, if it's not in our universe, it's also not our problem. And third and finally, I guess would be the rare case where we want to contain it so bad that we chase it to another universe because maybe it might come back, and so we got to watch out for it. That's the kind of scenarios I would imagine in such a sense. Kyla, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a shot of espresso on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman tagged you in the new sketch. Remind me, was that Twitter or Blue Sky? Because for some reason, your tags are not coming through on my social media. There we go. Oh, wow. That's actually some great progress since yesterday, or since last time. That's looking very sharp. Congratulations. Wish I could draw that good. The Smoking Auditor, thank you for gifting a Site 42 membership. Make sure if you got that you thank them for that. Oh, I guess the Smoking Auditor gifted 2 memberships, so continue thanking them if you also got another one. The battle against the white names continues. Death Player, thank you for donating again. Then I'm not your problem anymore. Okay, well, I guess you're not my problem then. As long as you do not disrupt normalcy in my location, I guess we're square. Smoking Auditor, thank you for continuing to gift memberships all over the place. You are continuing to do this. Thank you for continuing to do this. And the war against the white names continues in earnest. But one membership at a time, you are defeating the white names. Dr. Sherman, why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. Not bad, not bad. Although, if you said that to fight, baby, that anomaly is a fighting skeleton despite the gutlessness. So it's a little bit of both there. 6545, right? That's fight, baby. SCP, fight, baby. 6564 is fight, baby. Yes, that is the skeleton that turns into a Dark Souls boss. Oh, Desk is sending me something on the back channels. Let me check that real quick. Oh, I'm being told that Large Family Homestead is in the chat. Oh, well, hello there. Welcome. I did not know you guys were members of the SCP Foundation fam. Welcome aboard. Now you're making me wonder what kind of farming anomalies we have. I mean, there's always SCP-1983. That one is a barn with an extra dimensional space inside. Big Charlie sort of counts. I think you're right. 4158, I believe it is. That is the one that has the art by Trevor Henderson with "And We're Back." You touch one little thing and the entire stream collapses, I swear. Yeah, we're back. We're back. It's fine. It's fine. Real quick, let me catch these donations I missed. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 gifted memberships from Smoking Auditor. Thank you very much for that total. And Death Player, thank you for gifting a membership as well. Kyla, you're saying there should be another one on there? Perhaps it was stuck in your replies, which is why I didn't see it. I'll take a second look. And before I do that real quick, let me catch up on these small donos I'm missing. Kyla, thank you for donating a second time to let me know about that. I'm working on it, I'm working on it. And the Smoking Auditor, thank you for donating as well as your donated gifts. Make sure to grab yourself a cake pop on your way past the commissary. Till 682, he still owes me 2 souls and a sandwich. First of all, anomalies are its, not he's or she's. They are objects, not people. So 682 is an it, not a he. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Thank you. And, well, 682 is having a nice bath right now in hydrochloric acid. So, we'll get to that later. Now, pull that up really quick. There we go. Because it wasn't in your main feed because it was tagged as a reply to me. So that's the colored version of that. That's very cute. D-class uniform, it seems to be. Gotta be careful in the Foundation if you're on that side of the forces. There we go. Death Player, thank you for donating again. Should I come back? I've tested some of my abilities and accidentally destroyed a big portion of the other universe, but now I've got full control. That's kind of a, it's kind of a risk, isn't it? And it's a bit of a dangerous thing. If you're gonna blow up the universe, you can stay right over there. I'm just saying. It would take a lot of resources to contain something like that. I'd just as much. Oh no. I do have to put it in a box though. I do like putting things in boxes. Listen, we've got a containment cell. You'll be fine. Just make your way there. Sheeny, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member as well. Randy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a pack of gum on your way past the commissary. I'm under attack by the Wendigo. Please send help. Now, are you talking about 323? Do we have a new iteration of 323 running around already? Oh, yeah, someone put their head in the damn Wendigo skull again. All right, I've logged an SCP-323 breach. Security is en route. Just, run. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Can I cuddle the Plague Doctor or any D-Class? Well, the Plague Doctor's touch is lethal, so the answer is no. No. And D-Class, I mean, they're not particularly the cuddly type, but I guess you can try. Oh, hello, SCP-729. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some licorice on your way past the commissary. I bought some property next to Site 42. What property? We're in the middle of frickin' nowhere. What are you talking about? Who sold it to you? Randy, thank you for donating again. I am running and hiding. That's the spirit. That's why we do the Foundation Fitness Initiative. You don't have to be the fastest researcher, just not the slowest. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, all clear on that front. Curious, has there been any more research on other types of animals having thaumaturgic rituals, or did we stop at elephants, SCP-6016, for reference? Well, trying to remember animals with anomalous rituals. Because obviously, yes, the elephants can do thaumaturgy. We know about that one. Nothing comes to mind, but honestly, there's this fuzzy thought in the back of my head that there is another set of animals doing weird rituals, but I can't, for the life of me, think of what they are. I'm not counting the communist spiders. Those are not doing a ritual. They are just spiders that are communist, so I'm not talking about them. I'm gonna have to think about that one. 729-J. Thank you for donating again. Because I built the property, and no one on security thought it odd that that thing is building a complex outside of our very secret complex. Someone's getting demoted for that. Dr. Puppeteer Introverted, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a jelly donut on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, if you can, would you capture the Bendy and the Ink Machine characters? Bendy, Alice Angel Boris, The Wolf, and Sammy Lawrence. Signed, Dr. Puppeteer. Well, Dr. Puppeteer, my feeling on the matter is that, thankfully, they all seem to stay in their weird studio. Now, how deep that rabbit hole goes, we would probably have to send Mobile Task Force in to explore. But the good news is they stay stuck. It's the same rules as the Five Nights at Freddy's group until later and later in the franchise, it seems like they're doing more escaping the facility. I enjoyed it back in the days when they stayed in their gosh darn building. It was so much easier to contain. Randy, thank you for donating again. They arrived and they are securing the threat. Oh, that's pretty fast. I like that. Good job. Someone on that security team will be promoted. or at least get a raise. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Hee, I will crush many with cuddles. Hey, watch when you say crush. We need those D-class for testing. Do not waste resources, please. Of all the privileges you could have revoked, you revoked my food privileges. Wow, rude. Do I at least get my moths back? Do you deserve your moths back? Do you? Time check, Chaos Goblin Dog. We are currently at 21 minutes into the stream. With 25 minutes left, we are at the halfway point, which we all know what that means. It's time for our June segment, Gay Homework. That's right. We are talking about Site 42's Pride SCP recommendation of the day. I know that the SCP Wiki is doing their own Pride recommendations. They're doing Pride Fest. We're doing the same thing. That means you get 2 for 1 Pride Fest here in the Site 42 community. So, gay homework for yesterday. You were supposed to read SCP-2786, titled The Archetype. Did you read it? I'll give you a second to answer because I want a time delay. Please tell me you did the homework. And while I do that, I will take a quick prep look at today's homework. That way, I can give you the proper titling. Funny annoyance about the SCP Wiki is that if you want to go to the 7,000, you have to hit Series 8 or so on and so forth. And so I always want to go to the 7,000s, but then I try to click 7, but it's not because I forget that there's 0 through 999. It's just a little slip of the brain every once in a while. Oh, that's an interesting title. Okay, so Desk also wants me to ask you guys if you actually read the article on the wiki or if you listened to the Volgan's reading. Either way is fine. I'm not going to complain if you listen to Dr. Miller's dulcet tones. Zerdrin, if I said yes, do I get my moths back? You know what? If you're doing your homework, then yes. Okay, so that is enough time to ask. So I will say, on 2786, I, for one, think it's pretty cool because I like these meta format break episodes. And the idea that there is a Mary Sue / Gary Stu, I say both because the entity 2786 is gender fluid. It comes up as male or female or both along the way, so it can be either. I find meta-entities like this hilarious just by format alone. Even as they are annoying to contain, at least I'm having fun with it. And after we finally got that thing boxed up, if you go into the tales following the archetype, there are so many tales about this entity. And in one of them, they encounter one of my favorite SCPs, Murphy Law. And as long as, if you even interact with Murphy Law, I'm always entertained. So that took nothing there for me to say hooray to this article. And in fact, it's time for me to put my upvote on the archetype. If I can, because the formatting of this article is making it difficult. There we go. Upvote. And we're gonna make it a tic-tac-toe, a 3 in a row. Today, for your gay homework, I'm giving you one more Billith article because Billith gave me a list and that makes it easier for me to pick from. So today, the last Billith article I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna go for 4 in a row. I could do a Connect 4, but no, I'm gonna branch out again. But Billith gave me another good one and I wanted to share it. and it is SCP-7646, titled Alex Thorley is Implicated in the DuPont Teflon Scandal. Let me say that again. Your gay homework for today is SCP-7646, codename Alex Thorley is Implicated in the DuPont Teflon Scandal. That one has a particular spoil that I'm not going to get to. I can't think of any content warnings you'd need. Oh, I would, content warning, you will be required to stay hydrated while reading this article. So with that, your gay homework is given. Go forth and do said homework. Cool shirt, Dr. Shermiku. Thank you, Junior Researcher Sally. Can you describe your favorite pen to spin in excruciating detail, please? So, what I will say is I don't have a favorite pen to spin because I have a favorite type of pen to spin, which is different than my favorite kind of pen. Give me 1 second. Roll, roll, roll in the hay. Roll, roll, roll in the hay. See, these are my favorite pens for writing because they are very sleek and nice and shiny. This is the one that I got because it looks like the one from GoldenEye. Boris, the character from GoldenEye, inspired me to pick up pen spinning as a skill. And so this one is the one that looks like his. And then this one is because I prefer writing in black ink most of the time. And so, but that being said, these are both so slippery that it makes it difficult to keep the pen in your hand. So I prefer for spinning these rubberized pens. Pens with a rubber coating are much easier to grip. And therefore, I have this pink one at the office. I have the green one in the laboratory. And both of those have the nice rubberized grip that make it easier to keep it between your fingers while you're spinning it. Oh, it seems I've got some donations to catch up on. 1 moment. Nova Light, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a Danish on your way past the commissary. How can you tell if you're an SPC? I am a cat dragon and has 6 ears, 4 arms, and 46 eyes. Am I normal? Well, you know, it is very rare for anyone to be a shark punching center. The Shark Punching Center is an organization of hundreds of people, perhaps thousands, depending on how big they've gotten. It is not common for a person, singular, or even an anomaly, to be a shark punching center. That is outside of the bounds of what people can do. But I will go back and assume that you meant to say that asking if you were an SCP. You gotta see, it's important. The acronyms are important here. But I would say that, any cat-dragon hybrid on its own is anomalous, but not an SCP because it's not on the SCP Wiki database. Now, if you are on the SCP Wiki database, congratulations, you're an SCP. But until then, you're just anomalous. Death Player, thank you for donating again. I can shrink myself and go into a small box. The only thing I ask is that I'm stored in your office. In return, I'll weaken myself, will, and be a good thing. So, you promise to stay in containment? and not destroy the world if you are stored in a box in my office. Wouldn't be the first Foundation researcher who has to deal with an anomaly in their office. I mean, after all, researcher Hessen has to deal with that thing in their office. I don't even know how they stand it. Yeah, but I think we can arrange this. Phoenix King, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a mint on your way past the commissary. Randy, thank you for donating again. It just ripped one of the mobile task force's head off. Well, that is the risk that security forces do take. We'll have to send his family a gift basket. Cursed Traveler, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a nice beef bowl on your way past the commissary. Helpful advice for those currently stuck in a box. Just phase out of reality. It's a quick and easy method of escape. I can't remember this book I read about that as a youth, where it was a kid and it was an adventure story where the kid could phase into either the second or fourth dimension at will. And they went on adventures and used that, but it also caused problems. I don't remember what it was. I've never been able to find that book again. Oh, jeez. 729-J, thank you for donating again. My place is fully built next to Site 42. Now I am mass producing 729-J plushies. Of course you are. Security will be there to burn down that building. Just you wait. Hello, Mr. Sherman. Hey, doctor, I didn't get 7 PhDs to be Mr. Thank you very much. You always make my day. Thank you for making content. Oh, well, now I feel bad for correcting you thusly. You're quite welcome. I'm happy you enjoy the work we do here. What the fuck are any of you people talking about? You know, that's a very fair question for newbies. Ego sum. Welcome to the SCP Foundation community. We are members of the SCP Foundation. We create and contain anomalies, and we are discussing the anomalies in containment. And you know, sometimes the anomalies get a little quirky at night. Anomalies like Slenderman and Siren Head. They are not SCPs, but they are anomalies, that's correct. On top of which, they are also, what's the phrase I'm looking for? We do have 582 Bundle, which is the Slenderman knockoff. Also, good to see you, Slowgramming. It's been a while. If you like cool tunes, you should go check out Slowgramming. Yes, you were, but you were not on this account, and I can tell because this one has the blue name. That's why I'm saying it's differently. I forgot I made you a mod on that. Okay, so I'm an idiot and do have blue sky, and I posted the fan art over on that site and tagged you in it. Sorry for bugging you with this. You're just really cool, and I want to show you it. Oh, okay. I can check that real quick. Time check, by the way. We are at 10 minutes left in stream. 10 minutes left in stream. Ha! I don't have Bisky on this app. I'll have to check it out later. Apologies. This data pad will not run it. Kyla, thank you for donating again. Can I keep a human guard? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean like a pet? Do you mean one of our security staff? Or do you mean a D class as a... I don't understand, and I'm actually quite worried, so I'm just gonna say no. Doctor, what is the most dangerous SCP here? What is the most dangerous SCP? You know, honestly, not cheating and counting out like the outer gods and all those different kind of anomalies that are uncontainable at all, and they are crazy. World-ending Scarlet King, Mechane, Yaldabaoth, all of these different anomalies that end the world in thus various and sundry ways. I instead would suggest that one of the most dangerous possible anomalies is SCP-5909. SCP-5909, the shrimp that is 2.1 light years in length. We are nothing compared to a shrimp 2.1 light years in length. Now, on top of that, I actually agree with slow-gramming here. 729-J is the worst no matter what. It killed SCP-682. So, you know, probably that one. Meanwhile, junior researcher HLG, you know, for the time I've been spending with that thing, I can kind of see where Hessen is talking about. I cannot for the life of me understand what you or Hessen are talking about. You're both mad, is what I say to that. How long is 2.1 light years in kilometers? I haven't the slightest, actually. And I'm just curious about the math now. You've got my interest. 2.1 light years in kilometers. 1.987 times 10 to the 13th power kilometers. 1.987 times 10 to the 13th power kilometers. That do be a lot of kilometers. Cursed Traveler, thank you for donating again. That shrimp is named George. I met it once. It is a decent being. Oh, we did not get to have a interview with it. It just showed up, put on an advertisement for all-you-can-eat shrimp at Red Lobster, and then left. So we didn't actually get to converse with it. I did not know its name was George. Death Player, thank you for donating again. Am I a thing or not? Because I'm not an official SCP. Now remember, I say that anomalies are objects, anomalies are its. It doesn't just mean SCPs, so you are correct. You're not an official SCP, but you're still a thing, if you're anomalous. Gay AF. Well, the SCP Foundation is a very inclusive fandom, so I agree entirely. Do you dress up for Halloween, Dr. Sherman? If you do, you should dress as Hatsune Miku. Well, I do the theater person in me does enjoy a costume party or two. And it seems to me like maybe me and BB No Money can get together and do a Hatsune Miku off. That could be fun. Making sure I haven't missed anything. At the time check, we are 5 minutes to the end of stream. I did miss something. No, I didn't miss that one. I just didn't mark it as seen. I did miss a Kyla donation from a while ago, so thank you for that. When you said you tagged me on the final sketch, that was one of the small donos I missed earlier. Clearing the log. Caracal, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Grab yourself a croissant on your way past the commissary. The thought of being an official SCP is scary. I'll stick to being an unofficial weird SCP in your chat. P.S. Kane for peanut butter for Kane. Oh, well, if Dr. Crow wants some peanut butter, then you can grab that from the commissary instead. And yes, it is a lot of pressure to put something on the wiki. Sometimes it is nicer to just kind of live in the unofficial world unless you really need that to be canon for some reason. It's not for everybody. I can't say your name. I guess Lixexel? I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a waffle party on your way past the commissary. Good afternoon, Doctor. I have a few minor questions. Has 409 been used much for tough-to-kill termination orders? Also, do we have a rough estimate for active mobile task forces that utilize anomalous members? I enjoy reading those reports. So, when it comes to 409, let me take a quick look at the database to confirm. And while that loads, I know that we have 2 anomalous task forces to my mind. There's Tau 5 Samsara, and there was the team that replaced the original anomalous task force. But I forget the name of that team. Looking up the list on the database there. So 409 you asked about, and that was large quartz crystal. Ah, yes, the contagious crystal. Gotcha. So normally we do not have to terminate things at the Foundation. We contain them. We do not destroy them. We're not the GOC. So termination orders are rare enough. Decommissioning orders. And so really, the contagious crystal isn't something we would use for that just in case we lose control of it. Meanwhile, the other anomalous mobile task force, to my mind, isn't it like Last Hope is their code name? Yeah, Mobile Task Force Alpha 9, code name Last Hope. They are the ones who replaced, I think it's Omega 7, yes. So Tau 5 and Alpha 9 are the 2 anomalous ones that I know about. But I mean, if you look at the Mobile Task Force roster here, there is so many mobile task forces listed on the database. I'm sure some of these also include anomalies in some way or another. Meowlog, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a crepe on your way past the commissary. If an SCP were similar to Pyramid Head, manifesting from someone's sense of guilt, how would the Foundation go about containing it? I like Slogramming's call there, make the person have no sense of empathy. That would do it. That would do it real quick. I was gonna say something like, no, you beat me, that's great. Right off the gut there. What I was going to tell you is if you're looking for an anomaly like that to compare to, then you want to look up SCP Carpet King 2817. 2817, which we have a reading here on the channel if you want to listen to it instead of reading, is an anomalous entity called the Carpet King that essentially just beats the crap out of these people. And it's I haven't read it in a while, but definitely content warning for abuse in that one. Woof. And we've made it to the end of today's stream, everyone. My coffee break must come to an end so I can get back to today's tests. Death Player, thank you for donating right at the end of the buzzer here. So I'm just an anomaly in your office. Sounds good. I guess so. As long as you don't blow up the world. So, it's tradition around here at the end of stream that I tell you my favorite SCPs. Of course, I'm not going to tell you the SCPs I wrote are my favorite because that would be cheating. But you can see the SCPs I wrote over at TheSherm's author page and Site 42 Hub on the SCP Wiki. There you can see the SCPs that I wrote as well as contributed to in other manners. And you can check out our direct donation links. You can see, you can become a patron or a channel member. You can do a one-time donation through Ko-Fi or a Super Chat. And hey, even if you can't afford to directly donate, just by being here doing the YouTube business, watching, subscribing, all that kind of stuff, you are a member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename the Signal Boosters. Our mission? To cheerlead the SCP community's authors and creators, and especially to cheerlead SCP games and films that are being developed. We get eyes on them, we provide engagement, and then they get more eyes, they get more resources, and they make bigger and better projects, and they keep coming back to SCP community because we're supportive like that. Amazon and Netflix will never make an SCP show because they cannot own it due to the Creative Commons, so we have to do it ourselves, team, and that's why Mobile Task Force Psi-42 is here. So, in no particular order, my favorite SCPs are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and, with a big trigger warning on it, SCP-8980. One more run through. 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980. Big content warning on that last one. Death Player, thank you for donating again. I wish you a pleasant whatever kind of day you're having. Meanwhile, someone asked about a second coffee break. To my knowledge, there will not be a second coffee break today, but tomorrow we go back to office hours, so we will do longer streams Monday through Thursdays. Keep your bell hit so you can find it. And with that, I hope you had fun and I hope you learned something today. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next one. Can you guys still see me? It was supposed to turn off the camera and it didn't. I'm confused. All right, well, the app's broken, and I guess that means you just have to see my face while I sing this time. Oops. Okay. So here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm the Superman. I'm trying to keep the ground on my feet. Seems the world is falling down around me. The nights are long, yeah, and I'm singing this song to try and make the answers more than maybe. And I'm so confused about what to do. Sometimes I want to throw it all away. So here I am, growing older all the time, looking older all the time, feeling younger in my mind. So here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm the Superman. And farewell.